High emotional intelligence enables individuals to recognize and interpret emotional cues from themselves and others, fostering more thoughtful responses rather than reactive ones. It involves a deep understanding of one's own emotional landscape and the ability to skillfully manage those emotions. This course emphasizes the development of these advanced emotional competencies. Mastery of EI can significantly improve one's ability to influence, collaborate, and lead with integrity and authenticity. Historical context and theories. The concept of emotional intelligence has evolved significantly, with early philosophical thoughts on emotion and reason dating back to ancient Greece. However, the formal study began to take shape in the 20th century, particularly with the work on social intelligence by Edward Thorndike in the 1930s. He emphasized the ability to understand and manage men and women, boys and girls, and to act wisely in human relations. This laid some groundwork for later theories that explicitly addressed emotional aspects of intelligence. Early psychological theories often separated emotion from cognition, viewing emotions as disruptive rather than integral to intelligent behavior. This historical perspective helps us appreciate the paradigm shift that EI represents. The term emotional intelligence was popularized by Daniel Goleman in the mid-1990s, though it was first coined by Keita Salovey and John Mayer in 1990. Salovey and Mayer defined EI as the ability to perceive, understand, manage, and use emotions. Goleman's work brought EI into mainstream discourse, highlighting its importance in leadership and personal success. His model, along with others like Reuven Bar-On's, expanded the understanding of EI beyond mere academic theory to a practical framework for personal development. These theoretical foundations provide a robust framework for understanding the multifaceted nature of emotional intelligence. Components of emotional intelligence. Daniel Goleman's model of emotional intelligence outlines 5 key components that are crucial for comprehensive EI development. These components are self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Self-awareness involves understanding one's own emotions, strengths, weaknesses, values, and goals. Self-regulation is the ability to manage one's internal states, impulses, and resources effectively. Motivation refers to emotional tendencies that guide or facilitate reaching goals. These 3 components primarily focus on intrapersonal aspects of emotional intelligence, laying the groundwork for how individuals interact with themselves. The remaining 2 components, empathy and social skills, focus on interpersonal aspects. Empathy is the ability to understand the emotional makeup of other people and treat people according to their emotional reactions. It involves putting oneself in another's shoes and feeling what they feel. Social skills encompass proficiency in managing relationships and building networks, and an ability to find common ground and build rapport. These 5 components are interconnected and contribute synergistically to an individual's overall emotional intelligence. Developing each area systematically leads to a more balanced and effective emotional profile. The brain and emotions. Understanding the neurological basis of emotions is fundamental to mastering emotional intelligence. The limbic system, particularly the amygdala, plays a central role in processing emotions, especially fear and pleasure. The prefrontal cortex, located at the front of the brain, is responsible for executive functions like decision-making, planning, and regulating emotional responses. When emotions are intense, the amygdala can hijack the prefrontal cortex, leading to impulsive or irrational behavior. This neurological interplay highlights why emotional regulation is so challenging yet vital. The brain's architecture dictates how we experience and express feelings, providing a biological foundation for EI. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections, is crucial for developing emotional intelligence. Through conscious effort and practice, individuals can strengthen the connections between the prefrontal cortex and the limbic system, improving their ability to manage emotional responses. Mindfulness and cognitive reappraisal techniques, for instance, can physically alter brain pathways, enhancing emotional control and empathy. This scientific understanding empowers individuals to actively cultivate higher emotional intelligence. The brain is not static. It continuously adapts to our experiences and intentional efforts. Benefits of high EI. Individuals with high emotional intelligence experience a multitude of benefits across various aspects of their lives. In the workplace, high EI leads to improved leadership capabilities, better team collaboration, and enhanced conflict resolution skills. Emotionally intelligent leaders are more effective at motivating their teams, fostering a positive work environment, and navigating organizational challenges. They tend to be more adaptable and resilient in the face of change, contributing to overall organizational success. These professional advantages translate directly into career progression and job satisfaction. Beyond professional success, high emotional intelligence significantly contributes to personal well-being and stronger relationships. Emotionally intelligent individuals are better equipped to manage stress, reduce anxiety, and maintain a positive outlook on life. They build more meaningful and lasting personal relationships due to their ability to empathize, communicate effectively, and resolve interpersonal issues constructively. This leads to greater personal happiness, reduced loneliness, and a more fulfilling social life. The holistic benefits of high EI underscore its importance for a balanced and successful existence. Assessing your emotional intelligence. Assessing emotional intelligence is a crucial first step in its development, providing a baseline understanding of current strengths and areas for improvement. Various tools and methods exist for EI assessment, ranging from self-report questionnaires to 360-degree feedback instruments. Self-report assessments, like the EQI 2.0 or MSCEIT, allow individuals to evaluate their own emotional competencies. While useful for introspection, these can sometimes be influenced by self-perception biases. It's important to approach these assessments with honesty and a desire for genuine insight. Understanding your current EI profile is the foundation for targeted growth. More comprehensive assessments often involve multi-rater feedback, where peers, supervisors, and subordinates provide insights into an individual's emotional intelligence. This 360-degree approach offers a more objective and well-rounded view of one's EI in action. Behavioral observations and situational judgment tests also provide valuable data by assessing how individuals respond to emotionally charged scenarios. The goal of any assessment is not merely to get a score, but to identify specific behaviors and patterns that can be consciously developed. Regular assessment and feedback loops are essential for continuous improvement in emotional intelligence. Understanding your emotions. Self-awareness begins with the fundamental ability to accurately identify and understand your own emotions as they occur. This involves recognizing the physical sensations, thoughts, and behavioral urges associated with different emotional states. Many people struggle to differentiate between similar emotions, such as anxiety and excitement, or anger and frustration. Developing a rich emotional vocabulary is crucial for precise self-identification. Regularly checking in with your internal state throughout the day can significantly improve this skill. This practice helps you move beyond simply feeling good or bad to pinpointing the specific nuances of your emotional experience. Beyond mere identification, understanding your emotions involves exploring their origins and underlying messages. Ask yourself why you are feeling a certain way and what triggered that emotion. Emotions often serve as signals, providing valuable information about your needs, values, and current situation. For example, anger might signal a boundary violation, while sadness could indicate a loss or unmet expectation. Reflecting on these deeper meanings helps you gain profound insights into your inner world. This deeper understanding is a cornerstone of advanced emotional intelligence, empowering you to respond thoughtfully rather than reactively. Identifying emotional triggers is a critical aspect of self-awareness, enabling individuals to anticipate and manage their emotional responses more effectively. Triggers are specific events, words, situations, or even thoughts that provoke a strong emotional reaction. These can be external, such as a critical comment from a colleague, or internal, like a recurring negative thought pattern. Recognizing your triggers allows you to understand the patterns of your emotional reactivity. Keeping an emotional journal can be an effective tool for tracking these triggers and the subsequent emotional responses. This systematic approach helps to demystify seemingly random emotional outbursts. Once identified, understanding the nature of your triggers provides opportunities for proactive management. For instance, if public speaking is a trigger for anxiety, you can prepare more thoroughly or practice relaxation techniques beforehand. If certain individuals consistently trigger frustration, you can adjust your interactions or set clearer boundaries. The goal is not to eliminate emotions, but to gain control over how you respond to them. This proactive approach transforms you from a passive reactor to an active manager of your emotional life. This advanced skill is vital for maintaining emotional stability and healthy relationships. Recognizing emotional patterns beyond identifying individual triggers, advanced emotional intelligence involves recognizing broader emotional patterns and cycles in your life. These patterns might include recurring emotional responses to similar situations, predictable mood shifts, or consistent ways you cope with stress. For example, you might notice that every time you face a deadline, you become irritable and withdraw. Understanding these larger patterns reveals deeper insights into your emotional architecture. This awareness is crucial for breaking unhelpful cycles and fostering more adaptive emotional habits. Charting your emotional journey over time can illuminate these often unconscious patterns. Recognizing emotional patterns also extends to understanding how your emotions influence your behavior and decision-making over time. Do certain emotional states consistently lead to procrastination, impulsive spending, or conflict? By observing these connections, you can begin to interrupt negative cycles before they fully manifest. This level of insight allows for the strategic intervention and the cultivation of healthier emotional responses. It empowers you to reshape your emotional landscape, moving towards greater stability and intentionality. This deep self-knowledge is a hallmark of advanced emotional intelligence, enabling profound personal transformation. Developing self-reflection practices. Developing robust self-reflection practices is essential for deepening self-awareness and advancing emotional intelligence. Self-reflection involves deliberately pausing to examine your thoughts, feelings, and actions, and their underlying motivations. This is not merely introspection, but a structured process of inquiry and learning. Practices like journaling, mindfulness meditation, and seeking quiet contemplation time are invaluable tools. Regularly engaging in these activities helps to clarify your values, identify areas for growth, and understand your reactions to various situations. Consistent self-reflection builds a strong foundation for emotional mastery. Effective self-reflection also includes asking probing questions about your experiences. Consider, what was my role in this situation? What emotions did I experience, and why? What could I have done differently? What did I learn from this experience? These questions move beyond surface-level observations to uncover deeper insights. Seeking feedback from trusted individuals can also provide external perspectives that enrich your self-reflection. The goal is to cultivate a continuous learning loop that refines your understanding of yourself and your emotional landscape. This ongoing practice is a cornerstone of advanced emotional intelligence, leading to continuous personal evolution. Impact of emotions on behavior. Our emotions profoundly influence our behavior, often in ways we are not consciously aware of. Strong emotions can lead to impulsive actions, poor decision-making, and strained interpersonal interactions. For example, intense anger might provoke an aggressive outburst, while overwhelming fear could lead to avoidance or paralysis. Understanding this direct link between emotion and behavior is crucial for developing self-control. Recognizing the emotional state that precedes a particular behavior allows for intervention before the behavior manifests. This awareness is the first step towards breaking reactive patterns and choosing more intentional responses. The impact of emotions extends beyond immediate reactions to shape long-term habits and life trajectories. Persistent negative emotions, such as chronic anxiety or resentment, can lead to maladaptive coping mechanisms and detrimental lifestyle choices. Conversely, positive emotions like joy and contentment can foster creativity, resilience, and pro-social behaviors. Advanced emotional intelligence involves not only recognizing this impact, but also strategically cultivating emotional states that support desired behaviors and outcomes. This conscious management of emotional influence is a powerful tool for personal and professional growth. It empowers individuals to align their internal world with their external actions. Managing impulsive reactions. Self-regulation is fundamentally about managing impulsive reactions, preventing emotions from dictating immediate, often regrettable behaviors. This involves creating a conscious pause between feeling an emotion and acting on it. Techniques like the stop and think method, deep breathing exercises, or simply counting to 10 can provide the necessary space for rational thought to re-engage. Impulsivity often stems from the amygdala's rapid response, bypassing the more reasoned prefrontal cortex. Learning to consciously activate the prefrontal cortex allows for a more measured and appropriate response. This deliberate intervention is a cornerstone of emotional self-control. Advanced self-regulation involves not just suppressing impulses, but transforming them into constructive responses. This requires understanding the underlying need or message behind the impulsive reaction. For example, an impulse to lash out might stem from a need for respect or control. Once identified, that need can be addressed through assertive communication or problem-solving rather than destructive behavior. Practicing cognitive reappraisal, where you reframe the situation to change your emotional response, is also highly effective. This proactive transformation of impulses is a hallmark of sophisticated emotional intelligence, leading to more effective and harmonious interactions. Stress management techniques. Effective stress management is a vital component of self-regulation, as chronic stress can severely impair emotional intelligence and overall well-being. Advanced techniques move beyond simple relaxation to proactive strategies that build resilience. These include mindfulness-based stress reduction, NBSR, which cultivates present moment awareness and non-judgmental observation of thoughts and feelings. Regular physical exercise is also a powerful stress reducer, releasing endorphins and improving mood. Prioritizing sleep and maintaining a balanced diet further support the body's ability to cope with stressors. Implementing a holistic approach to stress management is crucial for sustained emotional balance. Beyond individual practices, advanced stress management involves identifying and addressing the root causes of stress in your life. This might include setting healthier boundaries, delegating tasks, or reevaluating commitments that contribute to overwhelm. Cognitive restructuring, a technique from cognitive behavioral therapy, helps challenge and change negative thought patterns that exacerbate stress. Developing a strong support network and seeking professional help when needed are also critical components. The goal is not to eliminate all stress, but to develop a robust toolkit for navigating life's inevitable pressures with grace and emotional stability. This proactive and comprehensive approach enhances overall emotional resilience. Adapting to change. The ability to adapt to change is a cornerstone of emotional resilience and advanced self-regulation. In today's rapidly evolving world, individuals and organizations constantly face new challenges and shifts. Emotional intelligence enables one to navigate these transitions with greater ease and less distress. This involves recognizing the emotional impact of change, both on oneself and on others, and proactively managing those feelings. Instead of resisting change, emotionally intelligent individuals can embrace it as an opportunity for growth. This adaptability fosters a mindset of continuous learning and flexibility, crucial for long-term success. Developing adaptability requires cultivating mental flexibility and a positive outlook, even in uncertain times. This means challenging rigid thought patterns and being open to new perspectives and approaches. Techniques such as scenario planning and developing contingency plans can reduce anxiety associated with the unknown. Furthermore, focusing on what can be controlled rather than dwelling on uncontrollable factors empowers individuals during periods of flux. Emotionally intelligent individuals view change not as a threat, but as an inherent part of progress. This proactive and resilient stance is vital for thriving in dynamic environments, both personally and professionally. Cultivating emotional resilience. Emotional resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, stress, and emotional challenges, and it is a critical aspect of advanced self-regulation. It involves not only enduring difficult experiences, but also learning and growing from them. Cultivating resilience means developing a robust internal framework that can withstand emotional shocks. This includes fostering a positive self-concept, maintaining a sense of purpose, and developing effective coping strategies. Resilient individuals view setbacks as temporary and surmountable, rather than permanent and overwhelming. This mindset allows them to persevere through difficulties with strength and determination. Key practices for cultivating emotional resilience include building strong social connections, which provide a vital support system during tough times. Engaging in regular self-care activities, such as hobbies, exercise, and relaxation, helps replenish emotional resources. Developing problem-solving skills and a proactive approach to challenges also enhances resilience. Furthermore, practicing gratitude and focusing on strengths can shift perspective during adversity. Emotionally resilient individuals don't avoid pain. They process it, learn from it, and emerge stronger. This continuous process of growth and adaptation is a hallmark of high emotional intelligence, enabling individuals to thrive in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Intrinsic versus extrinsic motivation. Motivation, as a component of emotional intelligence, refers to the emotional tendencies that guide or facilitate reaching goals. Understanding the distinction between intrinsic and extrinsic motivation is crucial for sustained drive and fulfillment. Intrinsic motivation stems from internal desires, such as personal enjoyment, interest, or a sense of accomplishment. When intrinsically motivated, individuals engage in activities for their inherent satisfaction, leading to greater persistence and creativity. This internal drive is often more powerful and sustainable than external rewards. Cultivating intrinsic motivation is key to long-term personal and professional satisfaction. Extrinsic motivation, on the other hand, is driven by external rewards or pressures, such as money, recognition, or avoiding punishment. While extrinsic motivators can be effective in the short term, relying solely on them can diminish intrinsic interest and lead to burnout. Advanced emotional intelligence involves understanding how to leverage both types of motivation strategically. It means aligning external goals with internal values to create a powerful synergy. The goal is to foster an environment where intrinsic motivation thrives, while extrinsic factors serve as supportive reinforcements. This balanced approach ensures sustained engagement and a deeper sense of purpose in all endeavors. Setting and achieving goals. Effective goal setting is a fundamental aspect of motivation within emotional intelligence, requiring clarity, commitment, and strategic planning. Goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, SMART. Emotionally intelligent individuals understand that goals are not just tasks, but aspirations that align with their values and purpose. This alignment fuels intrinsic motivation and increases the likelihood of sustained effort. Breaking down large goals into smaller, manageable steps also helps maintain momentum and prevents overwhelm. This structured approach transforms vague desires into actionable plans, providing a clear roadmap for success. Achieving goals requires not only planning, but also emotional resilience and self-regulation to overcome obstacles and setbacks. Emotionally intelligent individuals anticipate potential challenges and develop strategies to manage frustration, maintain focus, and adapt when necessary. They celebrate small victories, which reinforces positive emotions and sustains motivation. Furthermore, they are adept at seeking support and feedback, leveraging their social skills to aid their progress. This holistic approach to goal achievement integrates all components of emotional intelligence, ensuring that aspirations are met with both strategic action and emotional fortitude. It transforms the journey of goal achievement into a process of continuous personal growth. Optimism and drive are powerful motivational forces rooted in emotional intelligence, enabling individuals to maintain a positive outlook and pursue goals with vigor. Optimism is not merely wishful thinking, but a belief in one's ability to overcome challenges and achieve positive outcomes. It involves interpreting setbacks as temporary and specific, rather than pervasive and permanent. This resilient mindset fuels persistence and reduces the likelihood of giving up in the face of adversity. Cultivating optimism requires conscious effort to challenge negative thought patterns and focus on possibilities. It is a proactive choice that significantly impacts one's emotional state and actions. Drive in the context of emotional intelligence is the inner urge to achieve, to improve, and to meet a standard of excellence. It is closely linked to a sense of purpose and a desire for continuous growth. Emotionally intelligent individuals harness their drive by connecting it to their core values and long-term aspirations. They are self-starters who take initiative and are committed to their objectives, even when external rewards are not immediately apparent. This combination of optimism and drive creates an unstoppable force for personal and professional advancement. It transforms challenges into opportunities and setbacks into learning experiences, propelling individuals towards their highest potential. Personal accountability is a crucial aspect of motivation and self-regulation within emotional intelligence, involving taking ownership of one's actions, decisions, and their outcomes. It means moving beyond blame and excuses, embracing responsibility for both successes and failures. Emotionally intelligent individuals understand that accountability fosters trust, builds credibility, and empowers personal growth. When you are accountable, you demonstrate reliability and integrity, which are essential for strong relationships and effective leadership. This commitment to ownership is a powerful driver for continuous improvement and learning from experiences. Cultivating personal accountability requires a strong sense of self-awareness and the courage to honestly assess one's contributions. It involves setting clear expectations for oneself and following through on commitments. When mistakes occur, accountability means acknowledging them, understanding their impact, and taking corrective action. This process is not about self-punishment, but about learning and evolving. Emotionally intelligent individuals view accountability as an opportunity for development, not a burden. This proactive stance towards responsibility strengthens character and propels individuals towards greater maturity and effectiveness in all areas of life. Understanding others' perspectives. Empathy, a cornerstone of emotional intelligence, begins with the profound ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. This goes beyond simply recognizing emotions. It involves actively trying to see the world through their eyes, understanding their thoughts, motivations, and experiences. It requires suspending judgment and truly listening to grasp their unique perspective. This deep understanding fosters connection and builds rapport, which are essential for effective communication and healthy relationships. Cultivating this skill allows you to move beyond your own frame of reference to genuinely connect with others. To effectively understand others' perspectives, one must practice cognitive empathy, which is the ability to understand another person's viewpoint and emotional state intellectually. This involves asking clarifying questions, observing nonverbal cues, and considering their background and context. Affective empathy, or emotional empathy, involves feeling what the other person is feeling, which can be powerful, but also requires self-regulation to avoid emotional overwhelm. Balancing these two forms of empathy allows for a comprehensive and compassionate understanding of others. This advanced empathetic skill is vital for navigating complex social dynamics and fostering inclusive environments. Active listening skills. Active listening is a foundational empathy skill that goes far beyond simply hearing words. It involves fully concentrating on what is being said, both verbally and non-verbally. This means giving the speaker your undivided attention, making eye contact, and nodding occasionally to show engagement. It also requires refraining from interrupting or formulating your response while the other person is still speaking. The goal is to truly absorb and understand the speaker's message, including their underlying emotions and intentions. Mastering active listening builds trust and makes others feel valued and understood, which is crucial for strong interpersonal relationships. Advanced active listening techniques include paraphrasing and summarizing what the speaker has said to confirm understanding and demonstrate engagement. Reflecting feelings by acknowledging and validating the speaker's emotions. Example, "It sounds like you're feeling frustrated," deepens the connection. Asking open-ended questions encourages further elaboration and provides more comprehensive insight into their perspective. Avoiding judgmental language and offering genuine support are also key. These advanced skills transform a simple conversation into a powerful exchange of understanding and empathy. Active listening is not just a technique, it is a mindset of genuine curiosity and respect for others. Nonverbal cues. Understanding nonverbal cues is an advanced empathetic skill, as body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice often convey more meaning than spoken words. Emotionally intelligent individuals are highly attuned to these subtle signals, using them to gain deeper insight into others' emotional states and intentions. This involves observing posture, gestures, eye contact, and micro-expressions that might betray unspoken feelings. For example, crossed arms might indicate defensiveness, while a slight frown could signal confusion or disapproval. Developing this observational acuity requires practice and focused attention. It allows for a more complete and nuanced understanding of communication. Interpreting nonverbal cues also requires considering cultural context and individual differences, as meanings can vary significantly. What is considered polite eye contact in one culture might be seen as aggressive in another. Advanced emotional intelligence involves not making assumptions, but using nonverbal cues as hypotheses to be confirmed through verbal communication and further observation. This nuanced approach prevents misinterpretations and fosters more accurate, empathetic understanding. By integrating nonverbal insights with verbal communication, individuals can navigate social interactions with greater sensitivity and effectiveness. This comprehensive understanding is vital for building strong, authentic relationships. Building rapport and trust. Building rapport and trust is a critical outcome of empathy and a foundational social skill in emotional intelligence. Rapport is a close and harmonious relationship in which the people or groups concerned understand each other's feelings or ideas and communicate well. It is established through genuine interest, active listening, and finding common ground. Trust, on the other hand, is the firm belief in the reliability, truth, ability, or strength of someone or something. It is earned through consistency, integrity, and demonstrating genuine care. Emotionally intelligent individuals consciously work to build these foundations in all their interactions, fostering positive and productive relationships. Advanced strategies for building rapport and trust include mirroring body language subtly and respectfully, matching vocal tone and pace, and finding shared experiences or interests. Demonstrating vulnerability when appropriate can also foster deeper connection and trust. Crucially, consistently following through on commitments and being transparent in communication are paramount for establishing long-term trust. Emotionally intelligent individuals understand that rapport and trust are not built overnight, but are cultivated through consistent, authentic engagement. These skills are essential for effective collaboration, leadership, and navigating complex social environments with integrity and influence. Effective communication strategies. Effective communication is a cornerstone of social skills within emotional intelligence, enabling individuals to convey messages clearly, persuasively, and with empathy. This involves not only articulating thoughts precisely, but also choosing the right words, tone, and timing for the audience and context. Emotionally intelligent communicators are aware of their own emotional state and how it might impact their message, as well as anticipating the emotional response of their audience. This foresight allows for more strategic and impactful interactions. Clear communication minimizes misunderstandings and fosters stronger relationships, both personal and professional. Advanced communication strategies include assertive communication, where one expresses needs and opinions respectfully without being aggressive or passive. It also involves using I statements to take ownership of feelings and avoid blame. Providing constructive feedback, focusing on behavior rather than personality, is another vital skill. Furthermore, adapting communication style to different personalities and situations demonstrates high social intelligence. Emotionally intelligent individuals are adept at navigating difficult conversations, mediating conflicts, and inspiring others through their words. These refined communication skills are essential for leadership, influence, and building cohesive teams. Conflict resolution. Conflict resolution is a critical social skill that leverages emotional intelligence to navigate disagreements constructively and find mutually beneficial solutions. Emotionally intelligent individuals approach conflict not as a battle to be won, but as an opportunity for understanding and growth. This involves remaining calm under pressure, actively listening to all perspectives, and identifying the underlying emotions and needs of each party. Avoiding personal attacks and focusing on the issue at hand are paramount for productive resolution. The ability to de-escalate tension and create a safe space for dialogue is a hallmark of high EI. Advanced conflict resolution strategies include mediating between opposing parties, finding common ground, and facilitating compromise. It also involves using empathy to validate others' feelings, even if you don't agree with their position. Techniques like reframing, where negative statements are rephrased into neutral or positive terms, can transform the tone of a discussion. The goal is to move beyond blame to collaborative problem-solving, focusing on shared interests and future solutions. Emotionally intelligent leaders are adept at transforming destructive conflicts into constructive outcomes, strengthening relationships, and fostering a more harmonious environment. This skill is indispensable for effective leadership and team cohesion. Leadership and influence are profoundly enhanced by advanced emotional intelligence, as effective leaders inspire, motivate, and guide others through understanding and managing emotions. Emotionally intelligent leaders possess strong self-awareness, enabling them to understand their own impact on others. Their self-regulation allows them to remain composed under pressure, setting a positive example. They use their motivation to drive vision and inspire commitment, and their empathy to connect with team members on a deeper level. This holistic application of EI creates a powerful and authentic leadership presence. Leaders with high EI foster environments of trust and psychological safety. The ability to influence others stems from a leader's credibility, trustworthiness, and capacity to connect emotionally. Emotionally intelligent leaders are adept at persuasive communication, conflict resolution, and building strong networks. They understand the emotional needs and concerns of their followers, tailoring their approach to resonate effectively. This allows them to build consensus, navigate resistance, and mobilize teams towards shared objectives. Ultimately, emotional intelligence transforms leadership from mere authority into genuine influence, creating a lasting positive impact on individuals and organizations. This advanced skill set is indispensable for navigating the complexities of modern leadership and driving collective success.